Part Italian. Italians and Jewish people are some of the most venomous, racist people, and they're not even white. They had to apply to be white. We're the only ones in the conversation with English DNA. The rest of these people do it. If
Facts.
we want to be serious about it, if we want to get funky with it, they don't even have the blood of the colonists. They don't even have the European blood that they're so enamored with. They don't have it. They didn't even speak English when they got here. So think about that.
Well, Tariq kind of talked about that the other day, like they need to use us to deflect from the fact that they're just the most degenerate group on the planet. I'm gonna put up a poll in a little while that's gonna address that. I'm gonna ask which demographic commits the most crime in the United States and maybe in the world, and we'll see who commits the crime, whatever crime is. Xander, what's on your mind, bro? Xander, you there?
Oh. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, and that's part of what I was saying about Black Americans sitting out of all these other people's fight. Because see, the one thing they're united in, even if they're not white, is they're all united in anti-Black American racism. That's the one thing that does unite them. And there's about to be a major uptick in white-on-white violence. And see, and the thing about Black Americans, the reason we need to sit out of it, is white folks, they don't care about committing a lot of this violence because, number one, they know they got the protection of white society. They got the protection of the government. So therefore, they know that if they go out and pull a Kyle Rittenhouse, they know they'll, if they go out and pull a Kyle Rittenhouse or a George Zimmerman, they know that they got protection. So stop letting them come to Black spaces looking for some more cannon fodder. Right now, there's going to be a major uptick in white-on-white violence, and Black Americans need to sit out and grab the popcorn. I'm mute.
That's right.
Don't get involved, FBAs. Do not get involved.
They are imploding, and everybody that goes under the bus, all kind of coons are getting kicked out. I'm just sitting back. I can't get enough popcorn. We're gonna have to get some more snacks. Give me some candy corns.
Are you gonna throw your M&Ms in your popcorn? That shit's hey,
want to eat candy corn. Ew.
Hey, next time y'all go to the movie, get some Reese's.
I can't eat none.
Get some Reese's Pieces and throw it in your popcorn. That shit bad.
I don't even know what's in the candy corn. What is it? They don't even have vegan candy corn for me to eat.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can find some in California.
Candy corn only belongs in the trash. Oh, my God.
Oh. But we had to eat it as children to make sure our teeth all fell out.
Yeah.
I remember candy corn. It's just gross. Sorry, got distracted.
Another thing our brother Tariq said that was so powerful. I don't know if y'all seen the Tariq show the other night, where a Palestinian, let me say this again, a Palestinian got up there saying, "Why is the Black community so broken?"
Excuse me?
Nigga, please.
A Palestinian asked, "Why is the Black family so dysfunctional? And why is the Black community so broken?"
If you don't go as fat as CJ Khaled.
Now,
and Tariq was like, "Where do you live right now?" "Oh, I live in Palestine."
What? Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Hold my beer. Hold up. He said, wait a minute. What part of Palestine?
Which part of Palestine had the internet?
The parking lot.
There's a part? I'm confused.
Wani, that's just mean.
Don't let Israel hear. There's a part of Palestine that got the internet. Lord.
These people were humping on each other when bombs were falling, squatting out babies, screaming with the babies and showing it to... do these people know we have news? Because they really want to save face. And that's probably the most saving face I've ever heard in my life.
But Palestinians are racist too. They got a whole town. They got a little area that they call the Abiz, the slaves in Palestine. So while they dealing with Israel, they still being racist.
And they call people cushy over. If I'm not mistaken, I forgot who it is, but they call people cushy. And it's not the way people call me Kush. They call people cushy for being dark, like the Kush. Dark people.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
They are anti-black racists.
Is that a slur or a description? I never heard that one before.
A slur.
It's a slur.
It's a slur.
Why is everybody
It's a slur.
slurs? These people's mouths are so filthy. They need to be washed out with deportation.
The Pakistanians are real anti-black. They real anti-black. They treat the black Africans over there really, really terribly.
Well, that's why I don't care. They can just go extinct. They can drop things. I mean, who called the police on George Floyd? They can keep dropping things on each other until they don't exist. You see, I asked a person from the Middle East. Now, I can't remember where he's from now, Iran or Iraq. But he was from one of those that starts with an I. And I said, why aren't you guys letting them in? They're starving, they're doing this, and they're getting bombed. And he said, every time we let them in, they blow us up. So we have to build a wall. Egypt and all the rest of them just have to say no. So this is why 400 million Arabs or Middle Easterners, I'll say, don't do anything to help them. And I guess this is why billions of Islamic practitioners don't really do anything, because maybe they don't like them that much, or they don't really have any place for them to go. And if they take them in, they're going to be facing the same types of terrorist attacks. So, neither one of them is friendly to us.
They screwed themselves. They could have had their own country in the 1930s before Israel was existed. They fucked up their opportunity to have their own country first. So now that Israel is there, they need to just charge it to the game and learn to get along with the Israelis. I know the Israelis are stealing land, but shit, I mean, you show me a map, I'll show you land that I'll give you a map and you point to where land hasn't been stolen. I yield the mic.
Unfortunate
well,
truth.
Over here, how grateful is that? You come over here showing your ass every chance you get, and then you act like somebody wants some solidarity with you. Man, go on. You know what? To Wani's point, I heard somewhere, and I don't know exactly where the quote comes from. I would have to verify the source to say that Mohammed bin Salman actually said this, but he is the crown prince over there in Saudi Arabia. And I want to say Donald Trump had, mentioned to Mohammed bin Salman, how about letting the Palestinians come on over to Saudi Arabia? And Mohammed bin Salman was like, no, because my citizens, like the citizens in Saudi Arabia, pretty much are a young group of people. Like, they don't have a very old population. And so a lot of people do not know the history of al-Nakba. They don't know the history of the root cause of this back and forth of the Hatfield-McCoys, the Israel-Palestinian version. So Mohammed bin Salman was like, no, my citizens don't really even know anything about this or the history of it. I'm not going to invite these people into my country and have people protesting and all of that. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. So, the fact that even these Arab nations are not willing to open their door, that says a lot. Even the fact, and people keep mentioning this, and nobody's going to shame DJ Khaled into ever speaking about the Palestinians, ever. And we as foundational Black Americans need to be like DJ Khaled. We should never allow anyone to shame us into speaking up and speaking in behalf of anybody who is not a foundational Black American. Because the fact that man is a Palestinian and he is never shamed into speaking up about Palestine and what's going on. He is not putting any of his U.S. Citizen protections in jeopardy. He ain't even if he had, I guarantee if he had property or land in Palestine, he's like, fuck it, they can have it. He's never shamed. And we need to be like DJ Khaled. Never let anybody shame us into speaking up about things that ain't our business, because that man don't even speak up for his own family. And that says a lot.
Nobody takes him seriously anyway.
Fact.
That part too, other than, DJ Khaled, other than that, but you right.
All right, we had Yim and y'all come to the stage.
Yeah, I lost a lot of respect for them when I seen how they did the African folks there, and I looked at a lot of their history and seen a lot of anti-blackness in their history in the 1930s and 60s, as the doctor was saying. He was speaking on that. And when they was bombing Gaza Strip and all of that, I was like, it is what it is.
You are my friend.
And they wanted black people to speak out about it then. And if you notice, the only ones that speak out against it or say anything about it is a lot of Africans. And I'll be seeing Africans at not Tennessee State. Be talking about it. They had a parade, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm staying here in Knoxville. They had not a parade, but they had a big protest not too long ago, back 3 or 4 months ago, on Tennessee State, at Tennessee University. So, yeah, and it was mostly people, Africans out there. It was mostly African people out there, Kenya. You only see, like I said, if you notice, you only see the Africans are the only ones that speak up for it. And it's kind of really shameful on their part, because the Palestinians don't even care about them or don't even like them. So I've never really understood that dynamic.
They kiss up. The dynamic is submission. So they, over thousands of years, have an agreement that an East African is superior to a West African. They have agreed to that. We didn't agree to that. We're not on their little caste system. We're arguing with white supremacists and telling them that they're not better than us. So we're not even in the same league with these people. They're down on the bottom, arm wrestling with each other. We're more like Russia. We're not involved, and we're better than you. So get out of our face.
Yeah, I have more and more respect for Russia as the years pass and as I do more scholarship.
But the thing I'm noticing nobody's talking about is that there's oil in Gaza, the area where the Palestinians were at.
And beaches, really nice beaches.
Right. And so, because the Israelis tried to drill for that oil going from their part of Israel and do it from the bottom to the side, but they couldn't extract it that way. That's the other premise behind getting the land, too.
It's so sad when places like that have beautiful beaches and just natural things happening, but you can't really relax over there. I'm just in and out. Like, goodbye. But they do. They have beautiful beaches.
Yep. We're gonna go ahead and go to Yermiah, excuse me. Yermiah, go ahead. You had a hand up for a minute. Yermi.
Hey, shalom, family.
What's going on, bro?
To piggyback off what your co-host was saying earlier about the kind of like the birth rates, I was watching what's that guy name? Oh shoot, Black Alpha, and he put a chart up. I was shocked because the number of Europeans, like the ones that was here back in the 1400s, was way lower than it's almost lower than the number of foundational Black Americans. There's more German white people in the United States than it is the Europeans.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why so much Nazism and stuff like that going on nowadays. Because I was wondering why. How come, there's a lot of people, talking about waving that Nazi flag, this, that, and the other. And up until I saw that particular episode of the show, I was like, that's why. Because most of them gone, and they're being replaced by Germans.
That's why I keep saying, where are the white people?
They're not here no more. And they another reason,
35 million people from the Mayflower landing, descendants of the Mayflower landing, and then the rest of the people that came, after or before. I don't know the number of those, but they said that one thing said it was 15% of white people are the settler stock. But then I had another statistic, and so I really don't know which one it is, but it's way lower than the rest of them.
It is extremely lower. It's way lower than I ever thought it could be. But they spend all their time focusing on us. They're not even producing, having families no more.
Wow.
And they're one and done, because if they have a child with a black person, that's it. Asian, that's it. And a lot of these people, it's normal for a certain percentage of people to have relationships with people outside of their race. But at the rate they're going, you've got all these Africans and Arabs flooding all of Europe. And we always had a mix of people here in America. They're not going to last much longer. I mean, they're not. Their women want to have put out articles saying they'd rather be in a cave with a bear than with a man. Their women are very hostile toward them. So I don't know where this is headed. They keep bragging about getting all these other women. They were the original passport bros. So that, again, is going to, and most of the action that they're getting is in Asia. So that's going to end them as well. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Right. One of my students pulled up a chart talking about, we were doing demographic study, one of my students pulled up a chart of their birth rates, and it was an exponential decline. Like it's going down a cliff. And I asked that in the space the other day, like, what's the causation for that rapid decline? And maybe that's why our sisters are targeted when they're giving birth. And when you start looking at real data, like other things start becoming real clear why we're targeted so hard and why we're, we have such a high death rate in birth and, giving birth, which doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? I often wonder, are they targeting us to try to even the score? But you know what? You can't keep up with God. It don't work that way. Go ahead, this and that.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up,
everybody doing, man? It's been a minute since I've been in here. I've been busy as hell. I know y'all been holding it down. I remember when I came in here like a few weeks ago when I raised the question to you, Wani, and what's her name? And Kushai asked, and they're saying, how do y'all feel about Trump going to the museums and, really trying to take history out the museums? And I remember y'all was like, well, fuck that history. A lot of the museums is bullshit anyway. And then I rebutted, okay, yeah, but this is a bigger sign to me. Like, this is, I felt like, and then we can go back and listen to it. I'm like, I just feel like this is his first little push to try to see how far he could go and what he could get away with. And you gotta pay attention to a little sneaky motherfucker like Trump. This whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel and them going on the airways, which the people that come from Israel, they run and are the CEOs and all of that is. Anyway, this whole shit just seemed like a big cleanup job. Like with all of the different angles of different people using hand signals, whether it was from in the audience or on the stage behind them, for 2 or 3 seconds before the shot went off, to whether it's the now Candace Owens and many of his contemporaries that he found solace in, coming out and saying that he was getting deals thrown at him for $150 million to $200 million to $100 million in the last 30 to 45 days before this assassination happened, asking if he could change if he could lean more towards Israel with the Gaza stuff, and if he could come and do a tour of Israel like Trump did and kiss the ring so much, or say, and like Floyd Mayweather did and all of them, and he turned it down. I feel like all of this shit just seems like a massive cleanup job on even them now trying to act like they have so much sympathy. Like you got to pay attention, right? There has been many a jokes being told. Shit, they joked on Kennedy after his assassination.
Right.
They joke. They tell all type of jokes, but it's like it's real odd, and I can't pinpoint it because they're extra sensitive to what's going on with him, and I call bullshit on that. It's almost like they overdoing it. And when you're talking about niggas from the street, I'm a nigga from the streets. Like, you got to be careful to the motherfuckers that's showing their hand. America and its politicians, and like it's been within the last week, they're talking about naming it national, whatever his name is, day. They're giving him a day. They talk about a holiday. Like, they talk about all of this shit. And when you talking about a motherfucker like me, you got to understand the streets, the politics ain't nothing but a big streets anyway. Like on a 10 times, 100 times larger scale. It's like, oh, y'all the motherfuckers that kill your mans and then go to the funeral and then kiss his moms and you know what I'm saying, and offer to pay for the funeral and all of that. And with this Jimmy Kimmel shit, I hope people ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Like, it's these niggas so stupid that even the advisors, they so far removed from the streets and so far removed to how you should react to shit like this that they feel like doing all of this extra shit is actually hiding their hand well. When a big corner of us is like, oh, y'all niggas think we stupid. Y'all don't give a fuck about this man being shot like that for his freedom of speech and it's unbelievable at this point. And then you talking about the FCC, which is the government over the airwaves, like they coming down and forcing ABC and NBC to take people off airwaves and cash cows like Jimmy Kimmel and the other late night hosts. Listen, man, look who the CEOs and who all these people are who run this network, bro. These are Jewish entities. We can dig deeper and deeper into this shit, but all I will say is they need, like, man, these motherfuckers is not as slick as they think they are, man. This shit is so funny to me, man. Like, I see it. We see this shit going around every day in the neighborhood. Like, these niggas are overdoing it. They need to take their foot off the gas, let this man get buried, and just let the internet. But at this point, like, motherfucker, just tell me you did it at this point.
Well, revealing your hand is a good way of looking at it, because what they're showing is fear. And fear is an indicator that what's going on is effective. Go ahead, Kush.
So I'm laughing. So I'm not gonna bring this up. I'm gonna just let it ride. I'm like 7 Ford. I'm petty though. I'm gonna ask the question because I'm petty. Don't take it too seriously. Just that. Who said fuck the museums though? Who said that?
I can't remember exactly which name, but what I remember was saying, I think it might have been Wani, matter of fact, because she was saying,
I'm just joking with you this day. I'm just don't. You had me cracking up when you said we said fuck the museums.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's pretty much when I said that, y'all like, man, fuck them museums. They got bullshit in them anyway. I'm like, yeah, but it's deeper than that, though.
No, I didn't do that like that. I love museums. And,
no, it was that specific museum. What was that museum?
Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian. Why
we were arguing with them.
The Smithsonian. I remember that.
Yeah, see, here's the issue. I don't think you know how this game is played. He has to say inflammatory things in order to galvanize the racist people that vote for him. But then behind the scenes, he gives funding to the HBCUs where Biden didn't give that much funding.
Black students, we need to know our history.
The black history we're being taught in public schools is repetitive.
As a black high school student, I want to learn more about my history in the school books.
We need to update our books.
As black American students, we deserve an accurate depiction of what history truly is.
I want to see myself in these textbooks.
In the public school system, black history is vague.
Why don't the school books ever talk about the Freedmen's Bureau?
I created the workbook for the African American family. This book helps fill in the gaps that the school books don't. Purchase the workbook for the African American family on ourstorypublications.com and use the Cash App, $Our Story Publications.